back to my channel. I want to do things a little softer today. So let's set the vibe. The vibe, right? The vibe, right? Get the vibe. So as you can see, I'm getting my woman cave together little by little. So, you know, the sign, tall tale sign that my podcast is coming back. Oh, I'm too nervous. I can't do this. I wish I could. Camera, but YouTube is so freaking censored now. So you can just imagine what I'm doing with my Wheezy flicks. All right. Oh, I forgot perfume. Yes, even if I'm alone, I'm wearing perfume. It's a vibe setter. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about 3 things. Number 1 being what I've been doing for my skincare, because right now at 30, I have the best skin of my entire life. So yes, you heard correctly. I am the oldest I've ever been, and I also have the best skin I have ever had. So I really want to share that with you. Number 2, everybody's always asking me if I take supplements, vitamins, what I'm taking, so I'm finally gonna do that run through. Number 3, I'm gonna throw in what I've been doing to keep my belly down while I have been, I don't wanna say falling off the wagon because that's not giving myself enough credit, but not training as often as I was just because of life circumstances, but I will be back in motion very soon. I have been trying to balance though, so I'm gonna share that little secret tip that I kind of mentioned a long time ago, but I really want to hammer in right now because I want to get girls to try it and let me know what kind of effect it has on their body. So, oh, and I'm going to touch on my favorite makeup, no makeup product right now. Let's get into it. Jesus Lord, it's hot. All right, guys, so I even have a cute little setup here. I first want to start off with saying that none of these products are promotional. So that means I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just giving you the tea. I'm just giving you the real deal of what I'm using. If any of these brands just so happen to watch this video, feel free to hit me up because I really like your shiz. Let's get into it. So the first thing I think that I did recently that was different was I had dermaplaning done. I feel like this procedure was really big when YouTube gurus for makeup became like the biggest thing, because I believe it's really great for people who do wear a lot of makeup because it gives you a very smooth foundation, but that's not the only reason. So I barely wear makeup and I had this phase, right, like a month ago, that my skin just felt very dull. I believe it was sun damage. You know, I've moved to California and I've just been not wearing SPF the way I should have been. So I actually wanted to do microneedling, which I will be doing, and if you want me to cover that and kind of show you the process, which I'm kind of scared of, I will do that. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. But anyway, it was 2 days before Thanksgiving, so I didn't want to have the redness that comes along with microneedling. The esthetician I've been going to, she's amazing. She recommended dermaplaning. She said I had the right skin for it, so again, make sure with your doctor, your esthetician, that you have a good foundation to work with, because if it's not, you know, I don't want you to do something that's gonna have you break out or look worse. The dermaplaning happened, didn't hurt. My skin is just sensitive, so it was a bit stingy when she was applying serums afterwards, but I didn't really have any redness. The next 2-3 days, I looked incredible, to the point that when I went out places, people were telling me I was glowing, and I hadn't heard that since I was pregnant. So I took into account the fact that it was probably the dermaplaning. And then a week later is when I had a bit of an issue, but that's when I'm gonna tie in the skincare, because the esthetician also asked me to change the products that I was using. And I kind of did. She kind of told me about the fact that brands bought in Sephora, Ulta, Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, they are only allowed to put a certain amount of active ingredients in their products, and pretty much they're all the same. So the price differences in them is kind of scammy. And when I told her, I was like, oh no, but I love insert particular brand name. And she was like, yeah, you love those cute little purple packages. That's what you're paying for when you're paying $200 for a face cream. So she kind of stuck it to me there. And then she put me on to Skin Cuticles, whatever it's called. Please feel free to correct me. I'm a brand whore, so I will be buying pretty much everything from this brand. But as of right now, I have the toner and the hyaluronic serum. I also have the retinol. Saw this on TikTok, I'm sure a lot of you guys have. I was interested in it. It's supposedly the 30-year-old holy grail, and it's supposed to kind of, you know, try to wind back the hands of time without any filler usage. I asked her how many times I could do the toner, right? She said every day. Then I asked her about how many times she used retinol. She said every 2 to 3 days until your skin gets used to it, then you can lightly dab on every night. I asked how many for the hyaluronic acid. She said every single day, twice a day, morning and night. Then I tried it out. What happened? So the second week after the dermaplaning, I began using the toner day and night, looked great. And then on the second day, I used the retinol. I got a little happy because, again, I was getting so many compliments. I did not want to lose that feeling that I had on my face. I thought, how can I keep this going? And I decided to do it 2 days in a row. I don't know if this is why I started to peel a little bit, but I'm just giving you the real timeline of what happened. I used the retinol 2 days in a row. The next morning I woke up, had a bunch of peeling skin over my eyebrow and under my chin. Wasn't anything drastic or noticeable. Like if I put the hyaluronic acid, it was pretty, you know, it blended in, but I still didn't like it. So I made sure to exfoliate with the toner. And then afterwards I put the hyaluronic acid, kept it like that, and I did not touch my face again for 2 days. Didn't touch it. I went back to my old ways. When I was in the shower, I would put a little bit of baby soap, little wash, little pitter patter on my face, and I kept it pushing. So I think what I'm getting at, oh, and this one's good too. So this is the after. This is what I realized. This is what I had been using prior. This is the Kiehl's Milk Peel Toner. She told me that this was not suffice to exfoliate the way that my skin needed exfoliating at this age. But after I had that peeling and after I realized this toner is a little bit harsh, it's a little harsh, at least for me on my skin, I went back to using this every other day. So I'm using this toner twice a week, and then every other day that I'm not using this one, I'm using my Kiehl's. It just works with my skin. I used it last night. It feels great. I'm using the hyaluronic acid every single day, and pretty much I had a really great outcome from the dermaplaning. I plan to do it again, although the next procedure I want is the microneedling. I am trying to do everything I can to prevent, right? Because when we get to a space where you haven't prevented and you have all these wrinkles, and there's nothing wrong with aging, we're not going to be ageist, but as someone who prides themselves on their physical appeal, I would like to remain youthful for as long as I can. So I'm trying to, me and time, you know what I mean? Me and time is what's happening right now. We bucking up. So this seems to be working. I think what I took from this is that everybody's gonna find their own regimen, because even though the esthetician was telling me that something was okay, it wasn't for me. Her advice was really good and I took from it what I needed to. And then I found my own cycle of using this. Of course, I'll touch back in a month, let you know how it's going, but as of right now, I feel great. My skin looks great. I think my next appointment for the microneedling should be a week before Christmas, which I don't know if that's crazy or not. And I might end up having to do the dermaplaning again. If that's something you want me to record, if you want me to record the process or like the after days, let me know. I will potentially be turning off my comments on YouTube for a little while, just because I want to begin to create authentic content and not really have to get outside interjection just for a little while. Stick with me. I'm not going to take that away from you. If there are things that you want to talk to me about, Miss Alyssa Sorto, you guys know this is my Instagram. You can shoot me a DM. I do check my DMs. I only answer to substantial, beautiful, positive, special, fairy dust messages, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and I didn't touch on this. I was not an avid SPF user. I'm sad to say that. I'm embarrassed to say that, especially having as many freckles as I have. I probably should have been doing it. I will be buying the SPF from SkinCeuticals, and if that's not how they pronounce their name, they're gonna have to change it now because that just sounds too sexy. Murad. You know what's crazy? Because Spanish was my first language, I say certain things with a weird accent. Like, it's not even a Spanish accent, it's just like my dialect is all fucked up. The Murad Environmental Correct and Protect Serum Broad Spectrum SPF 45. I like this one because it leaves like an iridescent glow, and I mainly put it here in these areas. I know, listen, I know you're supposed to put it everywhere, but right now, that's my main concern. What I realized I've been doing consistently so that I don't turn into the complete opposite of what I've been the past 3 years, being on my workout regimen, working out 3 to 4 times a week with a trainer, weightlifting, you know what I mean, drinking amino acids, eating salads, eating fish, just trying to like maintain a good healthy diet. I've lost that in the past few weeks. Perhaps a bit of victimization on my own end. I could have pulled through, but I also want to give myself empathy and say that there have been other things in my life going on, nothing bad, just life things that have affected the way I can work out. For now, I'm gonna go back to working out very, very soon, but I've been doing some soft at-home workouts. I'm gonna definitely do a soft at-home workout just to show you what I've been up to and how I've been maintaining my figure even though I'm a little more thick. I'm not pregnant. I know people think as soon as I start gaining weight. But you know what's great about this? For anyone who, I mean, I guess girls that get their body done can still gain weight. But the weight fluctuations I have kind of show you that when you're natural curvy, it's gonna go everywhere. So like, I don't even know what size my waist is right now, but I don't wanna know. I know that it's not where I want it to be. I know I have a few more rolls right now than I want, but I'm also thick and I feel good and happy and I'm proud of the progress that I've been able to maintain while I haven't been in that grind, you know? The one thing that I have been doing, and I talked about this in an earlier episode where I discussed my pregnancy and then I cooked for you a little ground turkey meal. I might have been high though and overused lemon because everybody hit me up and they were like, yo, it was unedible because it was so lemon, but I love lemon. I'm Cuban, I'm sorry, Cubans, can you co-sign? But this arugula salad is been a lifesaver for me. And I want all women to try it. It is a very acquired taste, so I don't know how many of you like arugula, but I will put in a little clip of the salad that I made last night. I do this every single night as my munchies. I put a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of white wine vinegar, red wine, white wine, whatever, some Italian seasoning, and then I just that's me folding up the salad. I fold it up and I eat it. It's really hard to have one plate. I usually have at least 3. So the next day I feel incredible. It's almost like regardless of whatever downfalls I had in my diet the day before, as long as I end it with a heaping plate of arugula, my body is like, thank you. I needed it. Have you ever had a few days where you're binge eating and you're taking in a bunch of crap and fast food that you don't know why you're doing it, and then a few days after your body's literally craving water. It's craving water and greens and something that's breathing, and it just wants something that's not preserved. You know, it actually happens. That's why I know there are a few diet authors that talk about suppressing yourself actually is worse, and if you just let yourself indulge, your body will know what to do, you know. And obviously this is not advice for people who suffer with any kind of eating disorder that's overeating, undereating. I'm speaking to, you know, the general audience. You guys get it. Along with that, and the arugula has been amazing. Like, again, I am thicker right now. I'm probably like 165, not embarrassed, just thicker. And I have still been able to maintain I still have been able to maintain this while this has gotten really thick. Okay, I still have some rolls. I'm working on it though, I'm working on it, okay? And with that said, it has helped me just, I don't know, it just really aids your digestion. It has so many nutrients. It's just really, really good. I don't know how else to touch on it. And no other, at least for me, no other green is gonna do it. Like lettuce, it's not happening. Kale even, I don't like kale, it's just, so arugula bay. So I feel like I need to like make a t-shirt with an arugula on it. The fact that it starts with A, it just feels really, you know, arugula and alley vitamins. So obviously, girls, gotta take your probiotics. Gotta do it every single day. I know so many girls start them and then they quit and they think they don't work. They do. They work. They take care of you. You have to be consistent. It is annoying, but it has to become part of your everyday routine. Like the things that you can't go without, you have to pretend that this is a medicine that if you don't take, you're gonna die. It has to be that drastic, at least for me, you know? I used to be that kid that to get out of bed in the morning for school, I used to have to imagine that the bed would blow up for me to physically want to scourge up the energy to get up. So I would literally imagine that there was in my bed, so I'd have to get up. That tells you a little bit about my life. And my mom used to let me get dressed under the covers so I could stay warm. I can't tell you exactly what I Googled, but I know that when I was looking for vitamins, I was searching for specific things for women's health and just overall mental health. I found B12 and folate, right? I hope I'm saying all this right, but it has energy production, it aids in energy production and brain function. It has vitamins B6 as well. Oh, it's a chewable. I've been swallowing it this whole time. So this is great, I've been using this. I don't know why, there's like a special feeling inside when I take these that I feel like they're like magical. I've been taking the omega-3 fish oils and lemon taste. Amazing. I also feel like along with the arugula, that bad boy has been helping my body. Already talked about the probiotics. Let's get this in line. OCD. I'm not promoting this for anybody. I'm doing this of my own free will. I have been taking the Vital Proteins collagen gummies because I know that the powder is, they say it's better. I'm not a powder girl. Just brings me back to when I almost died taking pre-workout. That's a story for another day if I didn't already touch on that. I only drink powdered amino acids, but I'm not like a protein powder, or I don't put powders in my coffee. I know that's how a lot of collagen comes. No, I did the gummy. They're delicious. It's actually hard to stop myself at the serving size, and I don't know if they're working, but my hair feels great, and I've been bleaching it, and it's finally growing and getting its volume and bounce back. I did a little bit of a darker color this week. I think that's the most fun I've had with being blonde, because when you're jet black, you're just jet black. But when you're blonde, you could change the tone every single time you tone. So you could be a honey blonde, cream soda blonde, platinum blonde, You get what I'm saying. But, so I think they're working. Hopefully they are. I believe they have biotin in them as well. Biotin is hit or miss because it will grow your hair, but it'll grow your hair everywhere. So keep that in mind if you are a hairy woman. Just saying. Next is my makeup products. So this is literally all I use. I'm a very simple girl, half because when I have put on full faces of makeup, I have a large head. I'm 5'9", I'm a big girl. So when I wear a full face of makeup, I look almost masculine. And that may be like a me thing because nobody else has told me that, but I don't like it. So no makeup. Makeup has always been, and I'm also lazy as fuck, let's be real. No makeup. Makeup has always been my jam. I always switch up tinted moisturizers. That's all I ever use. I've never used foundations. They're too thick. I've tried the Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. Do like that one. That's probably the only foundation that I will use, but I like a tinted moisturizer, and this is Giorgio Armani Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation in shade 6 because your girl is pale. I'm avoiding the sun like a plague now. It's gonna be very interesting when I go on vacation to see if I could still, you know, it's like a drug. I love the sun. Love it. Cuban, I can't help it. So just this, and sometimes I'll just put it under my under eye, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just put it under my under eye. And then I always try to change up finishing powders to see if, you know, I like how they set differently. This one has actually done me good, and it leaves a nice natural finish. So it's called the Veil Translucent Setting Powder by Hourglass. I love it. And then the eyebrow sculpt. This one you could get at a drugstore. It's from Maybelline. I think I Instacarted it because I was out. But any eyebrow sculpt, I said a long time ago, I had like really thick, bushy eyebrows, and then to shape them, I was drawing and filling them in. So I was making them look thicker, and that just looks more masculine on my face. So it was just not the wave. And I realized that all I need is a bit of a little, you know, and I'm good. These are all the products I have been using. I have been not doing anything else. And I think the synopsis that I have for this is do the absolute most and then do the absolute least. So meaning invest in the best products, right? And not just at Sephora, because if you're spending $200 at a face cream at Sephora, you can go to an esthetician and get the medical grade products straight from her. I'm sure you could even go on this website and buy it like that. I totally co-sign SkinCeuticals. Totally co-sign them. They're amazing. I'm really happy with what they've been doing. I will check in again in a month, see if there's been any changes in my skin, but as of right now, I feel great. And the no makeup, you guys already know that. I'll probably do, you know, get ready with me pretty soon if I ever find something to do, being that I'm a loner and I stay home every day. So yeah, my podcast is coming back. I'm gonna start working out again, but first I'm gonna give you like a soft at-home workout. I think that's pretty much it. Girls, my Cautious Example page is still active, although I have left it for dead during this time frame in my life. Please, you know, bear with me. I will be circling back to it, so feel free to add, feel free to, if you're on it, comment, send me messages. When I do get back on it, I will get to it. I make sure I read messages, I make sure I respond. I love genuine interaction, it feeds my soul. So until next time, guys, please be safe, please be kind. Finito, I love you.